I really think people be scared to win. Winning comes with responsibility. So people be scared to win because they know they're going to have to take care of some stuff, right? They're going to have to get some demons out of the way. Making money is easy, right? The obstacles to make the money, those are the hard parts. I did 3 years, came home, had to start back over.
What? Hold on, so you got jammed up?
That was like the worst part of my life. And just really having to figure things out again. But the most important thing then was I knew I could bet on me.
What name of this show?
I Talk Great.
I Talk Great.
Are you ready to take your podcast to the next level? Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting started, the AV Club is the perfect place to bring your vision to life. The space is designed for creators like you with high-quality cameras, microphones to ensure your podcast sounds amazing every time. Plus, our environment makes it easy to focus and feel at home while you record. From solo recordings to group sessions, we've got you covered with flexible booking options. So go ahead and visit www.theavclubstudios.com to schedule your session now. The AV Club Studios, where your voice gets heard. Let them know Mr. William from the I Talk Great podcast said so. Yeah. Y'all already know what it is. It's Mr. Williams with the I Talk Great podcast, where we talk about the great areas of business and life because it's never just black and white. I got a heavy hitter in the building. Got to bring her in right. Mold up, close up. Hey. What's going on?
It's good to be here, man. It's good to be here. Like, coming from North Carolina, I had to get the hell out of North Carolina anyway. It's like 4 degrees there.
God damn. Yeah, 4 degrees?
Hell, yeah. No, it's not 4 degrees.
I'm about to say,
it's like 40, but...
Yeah, that's still kind of cold.
It's kind of.
Yeah.
Like...
I was in Atlanta, and it was like, I think it was like 30 degrees out there.
It's
and I
ridiculous.
Was like, yeah, I'm like, I ain't built for this. I know I'm from New York.
Whether you go outside, all you do is cuss.
I was like, I don't know. People like, man, you from New York, but I'm a Floridian now, man. I'm not with all this cold weather stuff.
You can't beat this weather out here. It's like, I don't know. But like, I had an office in Tampa one time, and I wouldn't come in the summertime.
Yeah.
Because it didn't make sense to me where it was like 95 degrees at 8 o'clock in the morning. So like...
Yeah, no, you got to stay hydrated down here for sure.
But I'm one of the people, I'm going to complain if it's cold, I'm going to complain if it's hot, so...
Okay, so you like it in between, like planet no weather. Okay.
There you go.
Hold on, so North Carolina, that's where you from?
That's where I'm from, Bull City. I'm from Bull City. I've been living in Charlotte for about the last year, but I'm from Bull City. I'm from North Carolina, so I have a lot of clients that are from North Carolina, so I get excited when I talk to folks from there.
Okay, nice.
So if anybody is from North Carolina, make sure you just say North Carolina in the chat. Make sure you say North Carolina.
North Carolina peeps.
Yeah.
You know what? I ain't going to front. I'm kind of hot, you know, because of you. You know, I'm looking at my credit. I'm in the 700 club.
Hey.
You know, and then I see one of your posts. It said, just because you're in the 700 club, that don't mean you could still get denied.
You can still get denied.
How?
You can still get denied. Like bankers, when they're looking at your credit score, they aren't really looking for the actual number.
Okay.
They're looking for what is that profile built out of. So let me give you this. So when you have a credit score, just because you have a 700, it doesn't mean that you actually built that. You can have a 700 credit score with like 1 or 2 accounts on there and some authorized user accounts, you know, where you say, Grandma, can you add me to your credit card? Auntie, add me to your credit card.
Okay,
right?
Okay. That's what you're getting at.
Underwriters see that. That's fake credit. Right? That's fake.
Hold on. So like how I put my daughter on my credit as an unauthorized user, that they don't count that?
It looks good, and she can probably get a car with that, right? Not even probably. She'll be able to get a car with that.
Okay.
Right? But if she's going to make any important financial decisions, so if she's going to start getting credit cards, if she wants to open a business and start getting business credit, if she wants to purchase a home, she's going to have to build her own credit. Because authorized user, those plays, they are worn out. Don't get me wrong, right? They work as far as like the vanity, as far as the age of the credit.
Yeah.
They work for that.
Yeah.
But authorized users aren't meant to build your account. Like, they aren't meant to just say, I got a 700. Because you're going to walk in the bank and you have a 700, and the person who has a 650 but a strong credit profile, meaning they've had 2 or 3 cars in their name, they got a few credit cards that they're responsible for, they have, you know, they may have a mortgage.
Yeah.
But you got that 750 off grandma's, off daddy's credit, off mama's credit, whatever. You ain't built nothing. They going to give her the money first.
So that's the gray area with that.
Yeah.
Okay, because you know
Yeah.
you be seeing that it's like okay, building the generational wealth, put them on, and then okay, so all right.
And
So
while
I'm
all
okay there
that's
because I
right-
built mine.
Yeah,
You know,
there
ain't
you
nobody
go.
give me that.
There you go. I mean, I had
Okay.
to build mine too. My credit was like 4-something, 5-something. It was
Yeah,
crazy. So
you know, everybody ain't know nothing about credit. I ain't started learning about credit till I was like 33 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you know my parents from Trinidad. You know, they just came over here. They got it out the mud. They not really, you know, knowing about how to share that knowledge or the
right.
importance of the knowledge.
That's right.
You know, so it just when I came to like get my own apartment, I'm like, what? I need what?
Yeah. First, last, middle month's rent, everything. 2 months on the side.
Yeah. So sorry, you know, we just dived right into that because
Yeah,
that had
no,
me
no.
hot when I saw that. I was like, what? Hold on. I had to ask you about that.
Yeah.
But tell us, okay, let me know. Do you
Right.
want to go by Mo
Mo.
or Monica?
Mo.
Okay. I got to make sure now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
appreciate
saying?
it. I appreciate
okay.
you asking. Yeah, Mo.
Okay, because I
Mo.
was looking at this interview with Drewski.
Yeah.
He was on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they was asking him how he showed love to like studs and this and that. Is that what you consider yourself to be, or like?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Okay,
upset.
because I'm new to this world. Like my daughter be putting me on, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I don't want to say nothing wrong.
What'd she tell you?
She didn't tell me anything. It's just I was looking at her
Right.
TikTok,
Yeah.
and a lot of that was popping up on her feed.
Yeah,
So I was
yeah.
like, oh, okay, you're kind of like, you know,
Yeah.
in that kind of world.
So the thing now is to ask someone their pronouns.
Okay,
right?
so, all right, so that's what it is.
Yeah,
Okay,
ask
okay.
She, he, they, you know, them. Ask them their pronouns, right? So
Uh-huh.
my pronouns are she and they. So you know,
Okay.
ask them what they go by, you know. And so I appreciate you even bringing that to light, right? Because
Yeah.
that's important, especially in this big old wide world of internet that we're in.
Yeah.
You know, there are people who are out here getting hurt because of who they are.
Yes, you know.
So
no,
I
that's true.
definitely appreciate you even being concerned for that for me. So thank you.
No,
Yeah.
for sure. Because I ain't gonna front. I mean, they be still looking fine.
They do.
You know, and I'm like, yo,
do.
you know you got a fatty back there, right? Like, I'm trying to respect it. You know, because when I used to work with one of my coworkers,
Yeah.
she got hired. She came in like a female,
I don't blame her.
you know?
Yeah.
But when she got hired, she came in as like him.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, yo, like, hold on, like, what happened? And you know me, I'm just like, okay, you know, hey, I saw you first, like how you first came in. So that was
Yeah.
like stuck in my head. So we got like kind of cool,
Right.
you know? And then one day we all went to the club after work. We was vibing and she used to like wear suits, but she still, the hips and everything was.
She probably pulled more women than you that night, didn't she?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was pulling. She almost pulled me because we was, you know, sipping. We was on the dance floor dancing, and you just was looking
Yeah.
at me crazy because she had on the suit, and she was still in the front, and I'm like,
Yeah.
man, I'm like, hold on, like, yo, look, you know, hey, I know you said, you know what I'm saying, but no, I had to ask that because
Yeah.
I just want to make sure, like, I'm not being disrespectful,
Yeah, I
or
appreciate
nothing like that. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that. Because, I mean, I'm the girl, I'm the stud with the big butt, too. So, you can blame my mama. My mama was all hips and butt. So,
Okay,
it's like,
okay. So what's Drewski right? He said there's a term called sneak dicking.
What's that?
He said it's like a term used in
Sneak
dicking.
dicking.
Yeah, like
What's that?
like sometimes some of the studs they still be sneak dicking on the side, like they still
I'm sure
might
they do.
get with a dude.
I'm sure they do. But also, it's like, let people be people. Right?
Okay.
When we go into talking about sexuality, like we got to make sure that whoever is sleeping with, the
Yeah.
only people that they have to be accountable for is for themselves.
Okay,
Right? So it's like, well, even as she presents
Mm-hmm.
in male clothing, that doesn't mean that she's a stud.
really?
Right? Think about all the greats. Left Eye, Aaliyah.
Okay,
Right?
all right.
The baggy clothes,
Yeah,
the, the baseball jerseys.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Right?
Okay, all right. I get where you're going.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So just really just put it into the position of you don't have to, sex is a preference.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you prefer? Right? What do you, whether it's you want to dress like a dude and it's not even dressed like a dude. Let me take that back. It's not even dressed like a dude. It's dressed like yourself. Dress exactly who you are.
Okay.
Right? I dress
Yeah.
for exactly who I am. Because for some parts of me, extra feminine, where my girl, she's more masculine in some ways than I am. right?
Okay.
But like I'm really finicky. I'm really like things have to have a place. I'm really tidy. And
okay.
she's like, just put it somewhere.
Yeah.
While it's organized, just put it somewhere.
You a Virgo?
You know, no, I'm a Capricorn.
Really? Get out of here. Okay. Capricorn.
So I'm gonna get it done.
Okay.
I'm gonna get it done.
I'm a Capricorn too.
You a Capricorn?
Yeah.
What?
December
How did I miss
25th.
that? Okay, I'm January 9th.
Okay. You're my favorite
Yeah.
cousin. I think she's January 8th.
Okay.
I think so. I could be wrong.
That's my aunt's birthday, but I had to have my own day.
Yeah.
So, here we are.
Okay, Capitol building. All right, so tell us, who was Mo before she was Mo the closer?
Mo before Mo the closer was Mo Got Sales.
Okay.
And then, so I've been in sales and marketing for over 20 years now, right? As a matter of fact, it's about 23 years now.
Sales and marketing.
Yeah,
okay,
sales
you
and
go to school
marketing
for
for
that?
23 years. Nope. I went to school, so I graduated from Hillside High School in Durham, right? And after I graduated, I started college.
Okay.
And then I was like, okay, I got to take a business course. I played ball for a little bit. I got to take a business course. So I was like, okay, let me take the business course. I'm in the business course. And the teacher is telling us about business. So I say, you tell me about your business. I wanted to know. It wasn't like I'm trying to get back at you, like I'm not nothing. Like, tell us about your business.
You're just being inquisitive.
Yeah, I just wanted to know.
Yeah.
She said, I don't have one. So I left school.
So you got some college.
I got some college.
Okay.
Yeah, some college. Yeah, I'm that person. I checked that box. Some
You got the
college.
some college?
Yeah,
Okay,
some
okay.
college. But went on from there. I started selling cell phones. And
Hold on, but what made you want to ask her that though?
because it's the business teacher.
Okay.
So you're the business teacher. So if you're the business teacher, you should have a business.
Yeah.
Because entrepreneurship isn't one of those things you can teach if you never did it.
Okay.
Right? It's like singing a gospel song and you ain't never been through nothing. It don't
Yeah.
mean the same thing.
Yeah.
You
So what
know?
about those basketball coaches who ain't never really played a game, but they're good at coaching it? What's your thoughts on that?
They've been involved in the game, right? To some aspect, you have to play the game in order to be a coach, right? Or a really good one at that.
Yeah.
So they've been involved in the game to some aspect. But to tell me about entrepreneurship and business course and you've never been a business owner, that didn't make sense to me. So it's like I couldn't resonate with that. I was
Yeah.
already like 1 foot out the door. I'm not feeling this. I gotta pay attention this long. Like my attention span.
So why'd you
that
go
long.
to college in the first place? Your parents?
No, not even my parents. It was like, well, that's what we were supposed to do.
Okay, okay.
I was supposed to graduate high school. I'm supposed to go to college. I'm
Yeah.
supposed to go to some more college. And I'm
The
like,
system.
it's got to be another way to do this. And at the time, it was like, well, I want to figure out something different. I
Yeah.
wanted to, at that time, even be like, I wanted to make $100,000 a year. And it was like, okay, how do I make $100,000 a year?
Yeah.
Everything I looked up said going to sales.
Okay.
Right. So after I dropped out of college, I started working at Lane Bryant. I was selling women's fashion. Right. After that, it was like Walmart. Then
How
I
you
was
go
the
from
manager.
Lane Bryant to Walmart?
Yeah, like
Hold on, you was doing sales in Walmart?
yeah. I sold in the connection center. So Walmart
Hold
used
on,
to
the
have this
phones?
thing. Yeah.
Oh, so you was one of them
Yeah.
that would have stopped and like, hey, sir, like what you got,
See,
like what's
but
your
I
phone
wasn't
service?
that type of I wasn't that type of person. Like
Okay.
in sales, if someone's walking past you, is not like, hey, what type of phone do you have or whatever. You wait for them to come over and look.
Okay.
After they come over and look, they show you a little bit of interest. What type of phone you have now? And then they tell you, right? Because they're over there. They came over there to you. And that's where a lot of people mess up in sales, is where they're trying to hit a lot of cold leads and a lot of cold traffic.
Yeah.
Because when you're in the middle of Walmart, rarely do you care about direct TV.
No, yeah, that's true.
You came in
I'm like,
Walmart
I'm
to
straight, yeah.
like
Can't
you
get my
didn't-
toilet tissue.
and let me get out of here, like get
Yeah,
out of my
yeah.
way.
Yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah.
So you didn't come to shop or to stand in the middle of the floor to get the next satellite system or to buy cable
Yeah,
or to buy
yeah.
your cell phone. No, you go to Walmart because you need something.
Yes.
Right. So people who come up to the counter, it's because you need something or because you like what you see. So those are the people that you want to spend the most of your marketing energy on. The people who like what they see already, who already have some sort of interest. Now, granted, that's not to say that cold traffic won't convert.
Yeah.
But if I'm one person and I have a choice as to whether people are going to walk by my kiosk and look over and see what I have all day, or if I'm standing in the middle of the floor and just try to flag down cold traffic, I'm going to stand at my kiosk and be available when people come by.
Okay. So where you think you got that, courage to say this is something that you want to do in the middle of Walmart?
If you don't sell, you don't eat.
So what was your life looking like at that time?
So at that time, I was 18, 19. I headed into my 20s. And headed into my 20s, I graduated high school, no college.
Some college.
Some college, right?
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So no degree.
Uh-huh.
So some college. And was like, well, what do I want to do? And it seemed fun, right? I was still at the point in my life where I could say this seems fun. At that point, I moved away from home.
So you wasn't living with your parents at this time?
No, I wasn't living with my parents at that time.
Okay.
So I moved away from home then, and let's see, around 20? Yeah, I moved away from home then. And at that point, it was like, let me figure out what I can do with myself. Now, I went down the long road to get where I am now. When I say the long road, like I graduated from selling cell phones in the middle of Walmart to having my own stores in 2 malls in North Carolina.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Hold on. We gotta drop a bomb on it.
Yeah.
How do you go for that? Like, lead us up to that.
Yeah. It was because, like, people love to be sold, and I sold to the right person.
Okay.
So I ended up selling to the person who was in charge of the managers of a then Singular. Do you remember Singular?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, for sure.
Okay. So our Singular rep, and I didn't know he was our Singular rep. He was a new Singular rep, but he was actually the DM for the area. So he's like, hey, are you trying to stay here at this job? And I'm like, I was making decent money then. I was making more money than the people who were in college. I was making.
This was in Walmart, or this was in your own store?
This was at Walmart, right?
You was getting commission?
I was getting commission.
And hourly? Okay.
And they were letting me work all the hours that I wanted to work.
So I was making more money than the people in college.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Flexing.
So I had all my friends worked there, and we had a great time at work. Work was fun.
Yeah.
Right. So it was then that he was like, okay, well, I have 2 stores that need a manager. So can you come and work part-time and maybe help out? So I'm like, okay, cool. Went to work part-time, went to help out, did that for years. Built up the stores, got more stores, switched stores. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was riding around. I had a really nice SUV and
What?
yeah,
Hold on,
really nice
hold on.
SUV traveling.
You can't just skate past that. So you built up the first store.
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
Yeah, through sales and sales training. So
What kind of sales training was you getting?
Sales training, as in you teach your employees to be just like you, right? Or to duplicate yourself, or to be a better version of you, right? So you look at everybody's strength. So if you and I were working in the store together and I was your trainer, I look at everything that's your strong suit, and I look at where I'm weak at, and I say, how can we come together and make this better? That's what a team is.
But how'd you get this knowledge, though? Were you, like, taking some side courses, Daniel
Nope.
G?
I had to figure it out. I figured it out. It's just that, like, I've really been intuitive about it. I had to figure it out. And just figuring it out, like figuring out how things work and deciding that I was not going to college. Like, really decided that I'm not going to college.
So you was anti-college.
I was.
Okay.
I was. And to a certain extent, I still am. But
I
it's
agree
like,
with you.
that's, like, I agree that education is a great experience. It's expensive, though. Right? Several of my clients got hundreds of thousands of dollars, and
Yeah.
I refuse to be having like hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt.
So you don't think it's good debt?
Not necessarily for everybody.
Yeah.
Right? For some people, like I know some people who have the debt more than their house, and it's worth it. Right? Great person, great people.
Yeah.
And like they're doing the thing.
Yeah.
But I also know people with $500,000 of debt who they stuck flipping burgers, right? Like, you understand? So,
Yeah. No,
and now
I get where you're
since
coming
the
from.
administration changed, like student loans are reporting differently on credit reports. So every other day we're getting emails and calls about, hey, what am I supposed to do about my student loans? My score tanked.
Hold on. Your student loans could affect your credit score?
Absolutely.
What?
Absolutely.
Since when?
Absolutely. They count as a debt on your credit report since forever. Right? But over the past 5 years, the rules for the CARES Act have been in place. So student loans haven't really been impacting anything, and people haven't really been paying them. But now it's time to pay the piper. Like, the government is like, you got to do something. They're getting rid of a lot of the programming.
That's
They're
why I'm
getting rid
getting
of
those letters.
That's why you're getting those letters. It's time to pay. It's time to pay.
Yo, you like, yo,
Yeah,
it's
the
time
boy
to
said,
pay.
run my shit over here.
Yeah, yo, it's time to pay. Damn, I never knew that. I didn't know
Yeah.
student loans could lower your credit score.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Student
That's
loans can tear up your
crazy.
credit score. It ain't even just lower. It's like tear it up. Because also, like, your student loans report more than one time on your credit score.
Mm-hmm.
So most people have 5, 10, 15 lines of student loans.
Yeah.
So think about it. If you have one late payment and that late payment hasn't been reporting, and all of a sudden that late payment starts reporting,
Mm-hmm.
that late payment is probably from 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh, yeah. I got
Right.
on top of my shit.
So imagine like having 10 or 12 lines of
Yeah.
late payments for one student loan.
Damn.
Right?
I gotta start paying my shit.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Or
didn't know
at
that.
least like, even if you're not paying it, pay attention to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if y'all have student loans, if y'all listening, you have student loans, log into studentaid.gov and see what's up with your student loans. Like, just see what's up. And then if you need to get some help, get some help. Right?
Yeah.
Like studentaid.gov, get some help.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's real because I mean, okay, I feel like if you have a passion tied
Yeah.
to something that college, teaches, then it's okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like back in the day, that whole just going to college and trying to figure it
Trying
out,
to figure yourself out.
just because you need to go to college, to me that's an outdated model.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you want to be a doctor or a lawyer or something like that, then it's like, okay, you have to go to college.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
So,
you anti-college,
Uh-huh.
you building up this store.
it got good. It got real good. Like, I'm making all the money. Like, we good. We good.
Yeah.
Like, we were doing well,
Uh-huh.
right? And I got greedy. So here's what I did. Okay. You remember RBC Centaur, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it used to be an RBC Centaur. You can deposit a check.
Mm-hmm.
And then from that check, you can go ahead and draw your money out. Well, I'm probably the reason that people can't draw their money out right now, right after they deposit the check. So after like you're talking about getting addicted to the money, like really like, just like,
How much money you was seeing?
just at that point, we were seeing probably like 15, 20,000 a month. Yeah. We were
What?
getting good. We were getting good. So, and that
Was that
was
how
a
much
long
you
time
was
ago.
bringing home?
That was a long time ago. Yeah, we were getting good,
Yeah, that's a good little grips.
you know? So it's like that got addicting. Then it
Yeah.
started slowing down. Then I was like, wait a minute, I got to keep this up.
Yeah, you
So
had a
I said-
lifestyle at that point.
I had a lifestyle at that point,
What
right?
you was riding?
I had a 1998 Expedition
Okay,
with
you
not
riding high.
22s, not 24s, but 23s.
Okay, she was saying high.
23s, yeah. We was good. So, but at that time, just keeping up with all of that, it got to my head, right? And from there, I'm writing bad checks. I done opened up bank accounts. I done deposited the check, and I figured out that I could get the cash right back out.
You was on some Wolf of Wall Street shit?
Man, I was running them down. I was good at it, right?
Uh-huh.
Thought I was good at it.
Yeah.
And then it all came to an end.
Are you a business owner, entrepreneur, entertainer, and you got a story to tell? You want to get your brand out there to the world? Well, you reached the right place. Let's set up an exclusive interview between me and you. I Talk Gray, and we're going to go ahead and get your brand out there to the world. But here what you do. Go ahead and send me an email with the words gray at italkgraymedia@gmail.com. See you soon.
Right. It all came to years later, actually. Years later, it all came to an end. I did 3 years, came home, had to start back over.
What? Hold on. So you
Yeah.
got jammed up?
Yeah, I got jammed up.
How did they find out? Did somebody snitch on you?
Somebody
or?
snitched on me.
Damn.
Somebody snitched on me because I wouldn't cut them in.
Damn. It's
Yeah.
always like that,
Yeah,
too.
it's always like that. It's always like that. But being in the somewhat of a financial industry then, like being somewhat of someone that people trusted, right? And at that point, when I started getting all wild and doing all the crazy stuff, I wasn't dependable. It was, my mom was sick, and I carried a lot of guilt around that because my mom was sick, and shortly after that, my mom passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So thank you. So it was like, that was like the worst part of my life.
Yeah.
And just really having to build up, come back home, and really figure things out again, and really figure out how to be that person that I still wanted to be, and and not try to keep up with my old self, right? Just starting over and being really humble about who I was.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, I threw humility out of the door. So it wasn't even about being humble anymore.
Yeah.
It was making sure that I could hold my own name at that point.
Okay.
So at that, I remember my last visitation, my grandma told me, she came, she's like, look, you're going to come home and I'm going to live long enough for you to get your shit together. I came home in January. My grandma died in May. Right? So let me tell you the power of when people tell you that money ain't everything,
Yeah.
they're right. But money solves a lot of problems.
Oh, yeah. You got
Right.
more money, you got more options.
There you go. So when my mom passed, I ain't had no money. Done.
You got no life
Right.
insurance on?
Done. My family was like scraping together and everything, and
like a GoFundMe
like
or something?
nah, not even quite to GoFundMe, right? But my family is amazing. So family pulling together, everything made it happen. The worst time of my life because I felt like I couldn't do anything. So then after that, by the time my grandma passed away, at that point, I came home. I got a job 2 weeks later. Now I'm a charismatic kid, so
Yeah.
like I'm coming in hot.
What
And
was
you
your first
needed-
job after that?
My first job after that is I sold student loan assistance
Okay.
at a company. I had an office in Chapel Hill and I had an office in Tampa, Florida. Right. So
okay.
at that point, I'm dealing with personal information again. I'm dealing with money.
How you get a
again.
job
I'm
like that
dealing
after
with-
you just sat for 3 years?
God be looking out,
Okay.
right? Babies and fools, and I ain't no baby. So,
Yeah.
but I also said, look, God, you get me out of this right here, and you got to worry about me no more.
Yeah.
And I meant that, right? I meant that. So,
So what was
after-
it like? Sorry, I don't mean to cut you. Like,
Sure.
you know, you can't just skip over that. Like,
Yeah.
you said you were sitting for 3 years.
3 years.
So what was
3
going
years.
through your mind, like, through that whole entire time?
God,
Were
if
you
you
in
get me
there
out of this-
reading? Were
Yeah,
you?
I was reading a lot. I was talking to people. It's just a lot of smart people on the inside, right? And there are brilliant minds that are trapped in there, right? And my heart goes out, and it's because like I see the violence, and I'm not saying that it wasn't a cause for it, right? That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I am saying is that there's a lot of talent. I've never
Yeah.
seen so many things made out of paper, out of yarn, out of like bare hands and wood. I've never seen so much stuff made out of that, right? But that came from someone with a talent.
Yeah.
And the brilliant, like I would sit around and talk to the old heads. If I want a story, let me go talk to the old heads,
Yeah.
right? If I want to know something, let me go talk to the old heads. But, you know, and you have the people who come in and out, and that's what they do, right? But when you're sitting there and all you have is time, you know, you go into the store once a week.
Yeah.
My family was great, so I had visitors every week, every other week, and you know, so it was okay. But that part about being away from my family, my dad's health at that point was failing. My grandma's health at that point was failing. My other grandmother's health,
Yeah.
like at that point was failing, and I was missing all of that, right? So you better believe right now, it's not a whole lot I miss,
Yeah.
which is one reason why I just decided to go into the entrepreneurship journey.
Okay. So you
But-
had the freedom.
Yeah, so I can have the freedom. But I went to that job and I was like, okay, all right, God, this is what we're going to do. We're going to come in here and we're going to act like we got some sense
Yeah.
and we're going to run it up. And I made that company millions. Yeah, I made the company millions, and like it was a great time. I had a ball. Worked there for
How
almost
you
8
make those
years.
millions though?
Because our student loan services were for sale. So we're the people you call if you don't know anything about your student loans.
Okay.
So we were the people like you were the ideal client.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know about my student loans, and
Yeah.
I don't even know how to fix it. Can you
Yeah.
fix it for me? So
Okay.
we would fix it for you for a fee. So because we fixed it for you for a fee, I'm really good at doing that. So I helped over 4,000 clients. Yeah. Over 4,000 clients helped. Over 4,000 families saved.
Okay.
Like, and that's millions in student loan debt itself.
Yeah.
Right? But made the company millions and had a great time doing it. Loved who I worked for, loved who I worked with, loved my clients. But Wayne, they want me to come every day. Wait, so I got to come here every day. And at the time, I was living in Durham and traveling to Chapel Hill, which wasn't but like a 20-minute ride.
Yeah.
But I was trying to move to Charlotte.
How much you was getting paid an hour?
Right, it wasn't even an hour. I was making over $100,000 a year.
Okay, so
And
you was
haven't
on
making
salary.
Yeah, I was on commission and salary.
Hold on, yeah, you got blessed like a mug. How you get
Yeah.
out of prison
Yeah.
and get a gig paying over
I'm telling
100
you, gotta
bands
be
a
looking
year?
out. Yeah, gotta be looking out.
Amazing.
Yeah, but it's
I'm gonna
sales.
Drop a bomb on
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it's sales.
Yeah. Okay.
It's sales.
Okay. So that was all right. All right. Okay.
It's sales. I'm selling a service.
Yeah,
Right. It's
yeah.
what I had always done. I always sell a service. I don't care what it is. Right. My grandma told me one time I could sell the stink out of shit. I don't care what it is. I
Okay.
can sell it.
Yeah.
Right. Give me the product. Give me the information. Tell me the clientele. I'm going to sell it.
So who did you learn from, like when it came to sales, or is this all intuitive?
It was all intuitive. Right. My mom was an
Okay.
entrepreneur. My dad was an entrepreneur. And I ain't never missed no meals before. So, so inherently, like I got it
Yeah.
from them, right?
Yeah.
But
Okay. So it's in the blood.
yeah. But both of them were go getters. Both of them were gonna get it regardless, right? They were gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
But one thing, Wayne, I watched them work until they couldn't work anymore. Right.
Okay.
After my grandma passed, a couple years later, my dad passed, and then after that, my other grandma passed. So it was like everybody who raised me was gone. And all of those people worked until they couldn't work anymore. So when that reality hit me, and I realized that I'm making the company millions, I'm getting 100,000. Yeah, I got great perks, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm going on vacations, I'm traveling, I'm doing
You
all the
living
things.
that life.
I'm living the life,
Yeah.
right? I'm living the life, but I had to come to work every day,
Hold on. Monday through Sunday?
Monday through Saturday, no, Monday through Friday.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I only had the weekends off. And I wanted to move to Charlotte, but I couldn't.
Okay.
I couldn't move to Charlotte if I
Yeah.
had to come to work.
Yeah.
Right. So for a year, I was going to Charlotte on the weekends and coming back on Monday morning, and that's like a 2.5 hour ride.
Yeah.
And I wasn't feeling it anymore. So I tried to get a little hybrid thing going on, but it wasn't working. So after a while, I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and bet on me, because that's when I figured out a lot of my clients who were. A lot of clients who needed help with their student loans also needed help with like credit repair. And once we started doing credit repair, we started doing business funding, which is
Hold on.
where
So
we're at now.
that job started doing credit repair, or,
No.
or that's something that you started?
That's
doing?
what I started doing. I
How
started
you-
doing credit repair on the side. I started running ads
How you
because
get
I
into
didn't
credit
have
repair?
time. Because I realized that the people who I was talking to, they were like, well, do you offer credit repair? And I'm like, nah, I won't offer credit repair. So then after enough people ask me for it, after there's enough demand in the market is telling you what it wants. So if the market is telling you what it wants,
Okay.
you
Okay.
missing out if you don't give it what you want.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So it was up to me then to figure out, like, you know what? Let me answer the call. So I started doing credit repair. Now, granted, 1,000 other people do credit repair,
Yeah.
right?
So how do you
But
dip into that?
through ads and saying, hey, you know what? Let me fix my own credit. Because after I came home, my credit was shot.
Okay, so you
Right.
fixed yours first.
Yeah, I fixed mine first. I fixed mine first. And then from fixing my own credit, I went to fixing other people's credit. I went to fixing members of my family's credit.
So what was the
you know?
first thing you did to go ahead and improve your credit?
Pull your credit score. Or pull your credit report, right? Know what's on your credit report.
Credit Karma? What you
I
using?
had- Hell no, I don't use Credit Karma.
So Credit Karma is
you-
not reputable.
No. No. They are reputable, right? But don't ever forget that Credit Karma is a marketing company, right? So that's why with
Really?
Credit Karma, that's why with Credit Karma, you get all these offers. You're more than likely approved for this,
Yeah,
right?
I saw
Credit
that
Karma,
today. I'm gonna
yeah,
go get approved for Chase.
yeah.
Okay.
Credit Karma, you're more than you're approved for this. And here's also the thing: most people don't know. They'll tell you you're approved for every single thing in there. They just want your information, right? Now, if you go and you apply for Chase online, you'll probably get $5,000, $10,000, maybe $15,000.
Okay.
Right? You use a relationship manager or you use a team and that's what they do. Then if your credit score, if your credit profile is A1, then you can have at least $50,000.
But I would have to
Right.
go directly through Chase.
You would have to go directly through someone who has a relationship manager.
A relationship, man. I never heard that before. What's that?
So a relationship manager, they're the people who really pull the strings. Right? They're the people who really tell you what to apply for, when to apply, how to apply. Right? They're on the back end working for you. So
Okay.
if you're applying for things online, then you're doing it wrong. Right? Yeah.
What?
If you're just out here applying for things online and you don't have any type of proxy for you, like someone speaking up for you, someone connecting you to the higher end, then you're doing it wrong. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Put us on T.
Yeah. So basically what you want to do is find someone who does this, right? That's all they do. Find someone who does this. And I'm going to tell y'all this. If you start working with a funding company, and the first thing they want you to do is you go pull your credit report. Then you come back to me and tell me that you got your credit report. And then I'm going to take a day and look it over. And then I'm going to see what we can get you. If they're doing all that, go ahead and fire them before they start, right? So we've built like a friction-free system. So someone can fill out a form. And by the time they talk to us, we already know what they're pre-qualified for. Crazy, right?
What?
So then we get our relationship manager on the line and say, hey, we got Wayne's application right here.
Yeah.
And we got Wayne's pre-approval right here. What can you do for him? Oh, okay. Well, let me look at Wayne's profile. Good. All right. Let Wayne know he got $50K on the way. Doesn't that make more sense than you going to apply for yourself and you getting 15?
No, yeah. But
Yeah.
so why do you think like this type of information is not like out here in the public? I've never heard like a relationship.
Well, it's out here now.
I know. No, big facts.
Yeah, it's out here now. But it's not, and it's because they're not readily available. You actually have to go look for a relationship manager.
Okay.
So like we have an entire process on how we look for our relationship managers and how we vet our relationship managers, how we treat our relationship managers, right? Because your relationship managers are going to be the difference in between you getting an approval for $20K and an approval for $50K.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So for us, that means, am I going to make $2,000 on this deal or am I going to make $5,000 on this deal? Right. That's a big difference.
Yeah.
So let me be nice to you if you're my relationship manager for XYZ Bank.
Yeah.
Right. Having multiple relationship managers. Right. But this is all for the business funding space. If this isn't your area of expertise, like operate in your lane and go get help.
Yeah.
And I'm going to always be an advocate for mentorship, for help, for just like go reach out to somebody who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, but if they're sending you all over the place to try to do it, I mean, think about this. If you went down and you sat at, I was about to say the barber, but I got a feeling you don't sit at the barber that often. So,
Yeah, I'm trying to do it myself. You know what
I
I'm saying?
usually use the barber one.
Yeah. Yeah. No, sometimes I gotta go. Yeah.
But the dentist. So you went, let's say you go to the dentist, right?
Yeah.
And the dentist says, all right, so I want you to go get your x-ray, your teeth x-ray at the center across town. And then I want you to come back and bring me the results. You ain't going back to him. Right?
Yeah. Nah.
Right? You need to get it all done.
Yeah.
But if the dentist tells you, hey, Wayne, sit down. We're going to do it all right here. You staying?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. And that's the way business funding should be, right? Business funding isn't meant for everybody to go get a bunch of money. That's not what it's for. Business funding is meant for viable businesses who are going to be profitable to go get money to enhance their business.
Yeah, keyword profitable.
Profitable.
Yeah.
But there are so many people who want to go get business funding so that they can come up with some bootleg idea. And while it may be a great idea, if it hasn't been well put together, if you don't have a plan for that money, believe me, that money got a plan for you.
No, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because like while we can use like card stacking methods and get you 0% interest for 18, 20 months or whatever, but every single day, that's less time that you have the 0% interest.
Yeah.
If you have a loan, you're paying back that money on day one. You know, so you don't want to go borrowing money and you ain't ready for it.
No, yeah,
right?
Yeah, no.
Have a
right.
plan for the money, or the money gonna have a plan for you.
Yeah.
Right?
But you feel like mentally, people have to be ready as well.
People gotta be ready mentally, and it's because business funding is not something that's gonna happen overnight. Right? You have to have that right credit profile. You have to have your business structured correctly. But there are so many people who are so impatient that they need money now.
Yeah, that's that Instagram, Instacart, you know.
Instagram, Instacart, microwave.
Yeah, we want that
all
right
of that.
now.
We want it right now. Amazon Prime me my credit. Like, like, come on.
Yeah.
You know, but it's so many people. It's like, we have clients that talk to us about their credit and they're like, yeah, how many weeks does it take to get it done? And I'm like, weeks? It took you 20 years to mess it up and you want me to fix it in a week.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
You know, but it also amazes me at the things that people want to have patience and not want to have patience for. Like, you wait all year for a job to give you 50 cents, but you can't wait a couple months for me to fix your credit. Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, you waited all year for that 50 cents.
You waiting all year for 50 cents.
Yeah.
Right? And ain't nothing wrong.
But I can't skip that. You was working at your job. You quit.
I quit.
What do you feel like gave you that oomph to say, yo, I'm going to bet all on me?
My parents.
So that was your motivator?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like everything I do still to this day, even though my parents are gone, like everything I do to this day is for my parents.
That's
right?
your why?
It's for my last name.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
It's for so my family can say that they're proud of me. Because
Okay.
at one point, like my word wasn't worth a damn. So now it's like I make it a point to know that my family can count on me. I make it a point to let my family know if there is anything you need, I'm going to make it happen for us.
Okay.
Right. So it's more important, not even just the money, but the freedom. So if I live in Charlotte and my family has, say, a birthday party and I can't be there if I don't have that freedom to move about during the week.
Yeah.
Right. But I want to be there. So it wasn't even about the 100,000 because I can go make 100,000 now. Right. As a matter of fact, my first year as an entrepreneur last year, we did 275,000.
What?
Right?
Hold on. We got
So-
to drop the 275
We did
now.
275. I'm sorry, 274 and some change. But it's
Okay.
close to 275.
Yeah, we round
Give me
it
my
up.
shit, man.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. We ran it up last year.
Hold on. That's your first year?
That's our first full year in business. Our first full year, we did 275. Right?
That's
So-
how much you took home.
That's how much we took home. That's
After
how much we
taxes?
took- Nah, not after taxes.
Oh, okay.
You know how that go.
So okay. So tell us about your biggest challenge or failure that you've had while you've been in business and how you overcame it.
Trying to do everything myself.
Okay.
Right? I came out where it's like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to take all the calls. I'm going to be responsible for my CRM. I'm
Okay.
going to be responsible for trying to edit my videos. I'm going to be responsible to come up with content. I'm going to be responsible for doing fulfillment. And it's like now every single one of those things that I just named, somebody else does it.
Okay.
So, which allows me to have days like today where me and my partner, we traveled down and we've been chilling all day, right? And it's because
Yeah.
other people are running the business, right? And I'm not saying like I don't do nothing. That's by
No, of
far
course
ain't the
not.
truth,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. But you understand the
there's-
power of delegation.
I understand the power of delegation and
Yeah.
when to delegate, right? And it's because I also have created that balance, and part of that balance is making sure that I have time for me.
Yes.
Because when I was working, when like my work day started at 8:00 in the morning, so 8:00 in the morning, I'm rolling to like 7 at night on my job. Then I come home and I'm trying to make a side hustle work. And I've forever, since I can ever remember, I've always had a side hustle because I had to have something to fall back on.
Yeah.
Right? Because if I got this F on my chest, then I can't go flip burgers, right? Because they're gonna run a background check. They ain't gonna hire me,
Yeah,
But
yeah.
ain't that something like where we are right now? I can run a company, right, that makes multiple six figures, and we're on track this year to hit our first 7-figure year, right?
Yeah.
So isn't that something?
You gonna drop the bomb on that?
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Come on, man.
We're on track for it this year.
Yeah.
This year we're on track for it. I can do that, but I can't go flip a burger. That's wild.
Yeah, that's crazy. You're like, man, she might try to take the burger.
She might try to take the burger, dog. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's just the system that we're in. But I feel like, hey, being an entrepreneur, do you feel like everybody's meant to be an entrepreneur or should
don't-
try?
I don't feel like everybody's meant to be an entrepreneur because the entrepreneur needs partners to work with, right? And some people play a role that's better as a sidekick, right? Some of my most
like an
valuable,
entrepreneur?
yeah. Some people are really good at almost being in charge. They don't want all the responsibility,
Yeah.
but they want enough to say, I'm gonna still be all right.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
also I feel like, there are so many roles in entrepreneurship that you have to be ready to just say, I can put on all these hats so I can train all these people. You have to be ready to be taking responsibility. So that's a different type of person, right? An entrepreneur is a different type of animal. And you know this.
Yeah. No. That's true.
Yeah.
Because, I'm like, man, it is a lot. But
Yeah.
how are you educating yourself to make sure you're staying ahead of all the curves?
Mentorship. So
Okay.
for business funding, my mentor is Steve Heath. Shout out to Steve. But my mentor is Steve Heath, and he's taught me in and out, the ins, the outs of the business funding world.
Okay.
And then I went on to build systems. I got my first system from Runway, and I got my first system from him. And from then, he's like, all right, so you take it and you do this.
Yeah.
And as soon as he told me that you do this, I'm going to tell you something. You got to pay for stuff. in order to use it, right? It's why I don't do free. You got to pay for stuff.
Yes.
So you won't abuse it. And that's a personal lesson for myself,
Yeah.
right? Because if somebody
Gotta pay
gives
to
me
play.
something, you got to pay to play. If somebody gives me something, I'm going to take it seriously, and I might do it, right? I
Yeah.
might, but
It's different when you come out of your pocket.
I paid a grip for it. So I said,
Yeah.
I'm going to do it just like he said do it,
Yeah.
right? And now we're running it up. So it's like I just got the invitation yesterday to start teaching the classes every other, like their class. So
Okay.
my mentor's class, I teach my mentor's class every other week.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So what's the
So-
most would you say you've invested in your mentorship?
So last year alone, a little over 50,000 in mentorship and systems and software. This year we've already spent about 20,000 in mentorship.
Hold on, since the year
systems and
started?
Yeah.
Yo, we gotta drop.
Yeah.
We dropping bombs like DJ Clue out this piece. Yo, I love that.
Yeah. We just purchased a system to allow us to be more effective in our underwriting. So we get clients taken care of a whole lot faster.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying. Like if clients are looking for business funding or if they're looking for personal funding, like they shouldn't have to go and figure out this and go pull this report from over here and bring it back over here.
Yeah.
And, you shouldn't have to do all of that. So we have a system now that we designed. We call it friction-free funding.
Okay.
Where one call, one app, that's it, right? And
call,
we
one
knocking
app.
that's it. And we knocking it out right then. So we know your pre-qual then. We're going to get you all your numbers then, get you over the application, and you done, right?
Okay.
And that's it. And
So how
our
are
team
you
handles
using-
everything.
How are you using AI to help enhance your business now?
We use AI to run our ads. We use AI for some of our scripts.
Okay.
We use AI for some of our copy and like emails and text messages and stuff like that.
Okay.
So a lot of the intuitive things that we use AI, when to send a message, when is the best time for this person to get a message. So we use AI for that. But other than that, a lot of our business is still someone picking up the phone and calling someone. People
Okay.
still like that, right?
Yeah.
So all the salespeople out there, AI isn't for everything. People still like to talk to people. And now AI, like we've toyed around with AI actually holding conversations. So
Really?
our system is capable to hold conversations
Okay.
with AI. However, I'm still not comfortable with that. So,
Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
I'm not comfortable with that. So we still have people on the phone.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going
Yeah.
to keep people on the phone for a while, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. That's true because at the end of the day, you want to know that you're talking to a human being. Somebody that actually care about what you got going on. I mean, I get certain things with the efficiency with AI,
Right.
but certain things still need that human touch.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
What would you say is the biggest risk you've taken since you've been in business?
At the very beginning, like I left my job. I
Okay.
left my job and moved to a new city in the same week. My last day was in January. That weekend, I moved to Charlotte. And I was like, well, that's it, right? All on me. At that point, I had good credit. So I said, well, if shit go left, then I'll put it on a credit card. We're going to be all right for a few months. So
Yeah. How much savings did you have up though, just in case shit went left?
I had about 15,000 in savings,
Okay.
but I never had to touch any of that because we came out in profit. Like we hit
So
the
you already
gate
had it
running.
all mapped out
Yeah.
before you
so
left.
Here's how it went. Because I had ads running while I was at work, I was scheduling my appointments for after I got off. So it was sometimes when my clients were talking to me, I was taking notes and driving at the same time, right? I'm handling 2 phone calls on the way home from work, right? I got 2 client calls on the way home from work. I'm taking my lunch break so I can have client calls,
Yeah.
right? I'm closing my office door so I can take client calls. So at that point, it got to where I was missing money by going to work.
Oh.
So
okay, so you had to make a choice.
Yeah, I had to make a choice. And at that point, it was where I can do credit repair from anywhere. I had a computer. I'm walking around. I'm carrying around my computer. I'm carrying a backpack. I got everything. Like, I got to have all my gear ready. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
So I had to have all of that. But the most important thing then was I knew I could bet on me. Because what's the worst can happen? Like, I already hit rock bottom before. And I came back out of that.
Yeah.
So this is for anybody who's listening to this. You already hit rock bottom before. And the cool thing is, all the days that you were bad, you're still here, right? All the days that you had that were bad, you still made it through it. You're still listening to this podcast.
Yeah.
So that means you still got a chance to go get it. It doesn't mean you go quit, because shit gonna get real. Shit gonna get hard. It's supposed to be, right?
Yes,
It's
yes.
supposed to be.
Yes.
Because if it wasn't, then everybody would have success. Everybody will be getting to it. But they're not. And the reality is, we can give out all of our information, Wayne, because most of the people we give it out to anyway ain't gonna do it. So, like,
No, you're so right about that. That's why I tell them, like, yo, you don't got to gatekeep.
nope,
You could give all the sauce. Most of the people ain't going to do nothing with it no way.
they're not gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
They're not gonna do nothing.
Why you think that is,
So-
though?
I really think people be scared to win, because winning
people
comes
scared
with
of success.
responsibility. Yeah. Winning comes with responsibility. So people be scared to win because they know they're gonna have to take care of some stuff, right? They're gonna have to get some demons out of the way. They're gonna have to deal with themselves. Most people can't sit with themselves long enough to actually win, right? Because you got to deal with the stuff you got going on.
Yeah.
You can't be attracted to all the side shows, because there's always going to be a side show,
Yeah.
right? So you can't be attracted to all of that. You have to be able to keep moving forward. You have to be able to entertain yourself, because things are going to get to where you're going to want to cry, right? So,
Yeah. No, big facts.
but that comes before the win comes. So if you're not willing to go through all of that, then, and you see, like, you start doing the work and it's not as easy as you thought it was going to be, then you quit. That's why so many people have shiny object syndrome, right?
Yeah.
So many people have shiny object syndrome, where they see something, it looks good, they go try it, right? And then they go try it and then they don't stick with it. Or you have someone, they see something else and they like, oh, well, they said it was going to be easy if I do this. They said it was going to be
Yeah.
easy if I get into Airbnb.
Yeah.
They said it's going to be easy if I get into Amazon. They said it's going to be easy if I get into credit repair.
Yeah.
No, and there you go, messing up them people's stuff. So,
I mean, I get that mindset, though. Like, if you tell yourself, okay, this is easy, you know, things will move in your favor, but you're going to have some challenges that you're going to have to overcome, you know, and obstacles that you're going to have to go through, you know?
the obstacles aren't easy. Making money is easy.
Yeah.
Making money is easy, right? The obstacles to make the money, those are the hard parts.
Yeah.
But making money is always easy,
Oh, yeah.
right? Like, it's just sales. It's an exchange of value.
Yeah.
So I got something you want, you got something I want. I sell it to you, you sell it to me, right?
Yes.
And that's always going to be the case. No matter what kind of relationship it is, no matter what kind of transaction it is, that's always going to be the case.
Yes.
So as long as you can sell something, you shouldn't be going broke,
Yep. That's big facts on that.
right? So it's like now, where we are right now, people have to actually make a choice as to whether they're going to do something or not, right? So one of the things that drove me to become a full-time entrepreneur is because the one thing that I can't get back is my time. So I'm not saying that that's for everybody,
Yeah.
but what I am saying is that if you're choosing to value your time, your employer is not going to value your time the way you value your time.
That is correct.
If you look at time as the most important currency, then you're going to make the choice to choose you. No matter how hard that shit gets,
Yeah.
you're going to choose you.
Yeah.
So if that's what you want to do, like, that's what we're in the business of. I sell money to business owners. Like, that's literally what I do. We got a program launching on March 1st, right? So by the time that everybody hears this,
Yeah.
it'll already be out,
Yeah.
right? Where we're helping people not only start businesses, we're helping them get their credit together so that they can get business funding. Because everybody wants to be sold money. But
Yeah.
the problem is, they don't care what the cost of that money is. So if your credit is not together and you have just your 700 score
Yeah.
and it's bare, it's because you got auntie, uncle, grandma,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, you had their stuff on there, authorized user on there, they're going to give you higher interest. So if you're just starting out, you can't afford high interest money right now.
Yeah.
You need some 0% interest money or some low interest money.
Yeah,
But you
yeah.
don't know that if you listening to your cousins and your aunts and uncles who already gave up on their dreams, right? So you got too
Yeah.
much noise in your ear,
Yeah.
right? So you just trying to go get whatever you get your hands on. But do yourself a favor. Go get some help,
Yes.
right? So it's like, you know, we just got to figure stuff out for ourselves now.
No, of course.
Yeah.
So, what are some things you're using your money for to make more money?
Traveling. I travel. I create content. Right now, I'm using money to buy more systems.
Okay.
I'm using money to create experiences. So my partner and I, we make it a habit. Like, we're going somewhere in the middle of last year, we made it a habit to go on vacation once a month,
Really?
creating experiences. right?
Once a month?
Once a month.
Y'all go on vacay?
We go on vacay once a month.
How
once
long
a
do
month.
vacay?
Sometimes it's over the weekend.
Okay.
Sometimes we go on for a couple weeks. So we
Nice.
turned this podcast, like, we came to record with you tonight,
Mm-hmm.
but we're here for a week. So it's like those type of things
Yeah.
mean more to me than money ever could, because
Okay.
I'm doing things that my parents couldn't do. Right? Yes, my
Okay.
dad was in the Army and he traveled for the Army, but
Yeah, it's
it's
not the
like
same.
it's not the same. It's
Yeah,
not the same
yeah.
as going out and enjoying it, or going out and you're taking a picture of some wonder of the world, or you're
Yeah.
seeing a beautiful bottle of water, or
Yes.
I get to wake up and look at the beach.
Yeah.
It's like those type of experiences are why I want to make money.
Okay.
So I can buy experiences. I can buy my time back. So each dollar I put into my business is me buying some time for myself.
Yeah.
So if I'm able to put a system or some software or a person in a place where I was once filling that gap, then my money is well spent. So as a business owner, it's not so that I can buy more product or so I can buy more whatever it is,
Yeah.
right? It's so I can buy my time back so I can go create these experiences.
Okay.
It's so I can do something about, like, now I'm on my health journey, right? So I'm down a little bit.
Okay. So you
and
dropping?
Yeah, I'm dropping.
What's your overall goal?
I got about 70 more I want to let go.
Okay. You vegan now?
Nah, not quite. not quite.
Like, we
but
didn't get that far.
Not quite. But
Yeah.
I'm headed that way, right?
Okay.
I'm headed that way because it's like stuff be weird when it's I look at some of these like What the Health and like
Yeah.
I'm looking at it like, man,
A lot of stuff out there,
what
man.
they did. But right now is we're not indulging in, like, you see what they doing to these chickens and birds, and
Yeah.
I'm like, man,
It's crazy. Even like when I go to Trinidad, the KFC over there is different from the KFC here.
oh, I can believe that. It was like
Yeah,
that in
it's-
Jamaica. The
yeah,
KFC in
it's
Jamaica was different.
Totally different.
Yeah, it's not the same. Like, they don't treat us right here in the U.S.
Oh,
as
nah,
far as
for
food.
sure. Yeah,
like,
they-
when we go and
They
we
want us to
travel,
die slow.
They do, and they make sure that we're gonna indulge in it, right? And
Yeah.
I've did my part of indulging. But now it's like
Yeah.
it's making the money. It don't mean a damn if I ain't here to spend it.
Yep, that's big
Right.
facts. Yeah.
And the time that I want back with my family, well, if I'm not going to be around to see them, then it's like it was all for nothing.
Yeah.
So I don't want it to be all for nothing. You
Okay.
know, it's like I really believe that I was built to create memories for myself, my family, create a supportive system to really establish just like my place in this world. But I
Okay.
can't do that if I can't move my body.
Exactly.
I can't do that. So
Is your partner an entrepreneur too?
yeah, she's an entrepreneur. She's a
Okay.
wellness coach.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's how you're getting the awareness of the fitness
Well,
journey?
she focuses on like mindfulness.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
yoga and things like that?
Yeah. She's a yoga teacher as well.
Okay.
She's like the best yoga teacher in Charlotte. And
Nice.
like, yeah, she to go with it.
Okay.
She was actually my first yoga teacher.
Was that like a non-negotiable
What?
that your partner had to be an entrepreneur with you?
No, not really. Not really.
Okay.
Like, but I need a go-getter on my team.
Yeah.
And a go-getter needs me on their team. So, and it's because at a certain point, you're not going to understand. If you're not that go-getter, if you don't understand what it means to stand on your own,
Yeah.
right? If you got a paycheck coming in every 2 weeks, you're not going to understand why I'm up at 2 and 3 in the morning.
No, that's true.
You're not going to understand if I'm like, okay, I know we on vacation, but I
gotta
need
do
to
this Zoom call.
Yeah, I need to log in for a couple hours. Like,
Yeah.
hold on, somebody got to get paid. Wait a minute.
No, yeah, big facts.
So
Okay.
we were sitting at the pool today, and I'm like, yeah, let me go shoot some content over here.
Okay.
And that's what happened, But there are certain things that if that person isn't an entrepreneur, they're not really going to get it.
Yeah, no, that's true.
They're not really going to get that demand. At least that's my experience.
Yeah.
And as we get older, we're not into like trying to grow people and trying to turn people in what we want them to be. Like, I'm
Yeah.
too old for that shit.
Fixer-uppers.
So nah, ain't
Build a
none of
bear
that.
type shit.
Nope. I can't build me one. Nope.
Yeah.
So, at this point, it's like she's the perfect partner for me.
Okay.
Because where I have the weaknesses, she has the strength, and where things that she
Dope.
said that she needs to work on,
Yeah.
those are the gaps that I'm able to fill in. So we work good together. Like, we're a team. We're a good team.
Okay. So you didn't
Yeah.
want a housewife. You wanted a business wife.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
that.
I mean, the housewife in some aspects is cool. It's cool. Don't get me wrong,
Okay,
right?
okay.
You know, like all my clothes being folded out nice and stuff. That's all nice, right? So
Yeah.
But we got a little partnership, so I wash the clothes and she'll fold them.
Okay.
Don't nobody want me folding clothes.
Okay. Okay, so like with your
Yeah.
business, right? Do you have an exit plan, or is this something that you're planning on riding out till the wheels fall off?
Nah, for right now, I'm riding it out. I'm
Okay.
riding it out, and it's because I enjoy doing what I do.
Okay.
I enjoy being able to say, hey, business owner, we got you the money so that you can get the vehicle that you need for your business. We got you the money so that you can purchase your first real estate investment property. You know, we
Okay.
got you the money so that you can get your podcasting equipment. You know, that
Okay.
means a lot. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we got a lot of people who want to get into podcasting.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like being able to say, hey, I helped.
Yeah.
That makes it worth it, right?
Okay.
And I don't want to exit from that. Like, I want to make myself a little more scarce, maybe, you know?
Okay.
But
Meaning you want to fall more back.
yeah, I
Okay.
can be a little, you know, I want to pull back just a
Yeah.
little, but not too much right now. Not too much because I'm enjoying it.
Okay.
Right? And even though we're on track for our first 7-figure year,
Mm-hmm.
I'm still nowhere near where I think this thing can go.
Okay.
Right? Because there are people who are in this industry that I'm like, you making money? And they can't even string 2 sentences together, you know, but
Yeah.
they've made money.
Yeah. They're making money.
They making money. So if they can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm sure that there are some people that you looked at one time like, you got a successful show? And you talking about that?
Yeah, I seen. I'm like, man, I gotta switch my up. You know, start talking about some rat in my mouth.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Right,
You know, sex
right.
sells, shit like that.
Yeah. So it's like, nah, I'm still enjoying it right now.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm still enjoying it.
man. So this was so great, Mo. I'm so glad you came through.
Yeah.
Drop some knowledge, drop some sauce.
Yeah.
Let everybody know where they can find you at.
I can be found at mothecloser.com. I am Mo the Closer on all social media channels. That's MOE the Closer. Don't forget my E. And then we have a new product launching on the 1st of March, which is the cash flow department.
Okay,
So by the
the
time y'all are
cash
here,
flow.
by the time y'all are here, I'll be able to, we're going to jump in there. We're going to show you how to get business funding. We're going to show you how to get personal funding. So maybe you need money to move, or, you know, maybe you need money to start your business. Maybe you haven't started your business. So we've made that attainable for everyone, and we've made it frictionless, right? So
like that.
free credit repair,
Yeah.
free mastermind sessions. We are doing business building. We'll have webinars. We'll have all the sauce. So you only need one group, because the problem is people looking for information everywhere.
Yeah.
One place.
Yes, I like that.
One place. That's it.
Man,
That's
thank you so much for coming out and dropping all the
Absolutely,
sauce.
Wayne. I appreciate it.
No,
I
of course,
appreciate it.
man. We might have to get a part 2.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't give me a reason to come to Miami.
You already know what it is. It's Mr. Woods with the I Talk Great podcast, and we out of here. Yeah.
Hey.